Hi guys, it's me, Mel, from Cooking with Cousin Mel, and welcome back to my kitchen. Um, Today what we're going to make is honey garlic pork chops. I got some of the ingredients out. There's a couple of things I still have to get out. I didn't get my flour, um, so I'll tell you what you're going to need, and we'll then do it step by step. Now, I I don't get a chance to make this too often. Um, but I had my pork chops and I wanted to save them because I wanted to make this because I love it and I hope you're going to love it as well. But I didn't have the center loin pork chops. I just have regular pork chops that were on sale and they'll work just as well. And I need to get a cup of flour. We're going to use 2 teaspoons of salt. We're going to use 1.5 tablespoons of ground ginger. Now I have ginger. It's not ground though, so I have paste. I might end up using my paste instead. We're going to use 2 teaspoons of black pepper. We're going to use a tablespoon of ground nutmeg, a teaspoon of thyme, thyme, half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon of ground sage. Now, I don't have sage, so to replace the sage, if I wasn't using thyme, or if I wasn't, if I wasn't going to use thyme in this recipe, I would use it in replace of the sage. But because I don't, I'm going to use poultry seasoning. And there's different ones you can use. Like I think it was winter something. I'll have to check it out. But even if you Google it, what can you use to replace sage as a substitute? It'll tell you different ones. And thyme is one of them. But like I said, where I'm using thyme in this, I'm going to use the poultry seasoning. Then we're going to use paprika and 2 eggs and 4 tablespoons of water. That's just for your for your pork chops. And for your sauce that we're going to make with it, we're going to use 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 3 cloves of garlic or 4 minced garlic, 1 cup of honey, and a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. Low sodium is the best. I don't have low sodium. I only have regular. So I have to go with that. And we're going to use a teaspoon of black pepper. So I will get my flour ready and then I will come back on so I can show you where we're going to go from there. And I'll be right back, guys. So we're going to I'm going to get, I got everything done here. So yeah, might have to open a couple things, but I am gonna put you down because I'm gonna put everything in my bowl and then we'll go from there. Got to put my specs on so I can see. So put you down here. So in this bowl, we're gonna add our 1 cup of flour. I love these. Got them at the dollar store. Very compact. 1 cup of flour, and I end up using my grinder to grind up my ginger. So we're going to put the flour. We're going to add the 1 teaspoon of salt, or sorry, 2 teaspoons of salt. And we're going to add pepper, 2 teaspoons of pepper. Okay. And then we're going to put in 1.5 tablespoons of ginger. Then we're going to put in 1 tablespoon. I got new ones at the dollar store. Let's see here, I'll do them in order. I got flour, salt, pepper, ginger, 1 tablespoon of nutmeg. Let's do it this way. So need a knife. 1 tablespoon of nutmeg. Now this is going to make enough to do a couple batches. So you can always put it in a Ziploc bag and store it. 1 teaspoon of thyme. 1 teaspoon. Teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of thyme. Okay. And then we're going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Okay, getting that done. So like I said, because I don't have sage, I'm using poultry seasoning. And I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of that. 1 teaspoon of poultry seasoning. Okay. And 1 tablespoon of paprika. 1 tablespoon. Go. Now we're going to whisk all this together because you want to make sure it's incorporated really well. You could sift it if you want, but I'm just going to, you want to do this really, really, make sure everything gets mixed around. It smells awesome. So there, I got everything nice and mixed around. Now you're also going to get oil and put it in a frying pan and heat the oil up. And you're going to use it on probably around 4 out of 10, just to keep it so they don't brown too quick and not really cook. And it's going to be about 5 minutes per side, but just keep an eye on it and keep flipping it if you have to. But so I'm going to get my pork chops ready, and then we'll get started on doing the pork chops. I'm going to put them in the oven as well after they're cooked, just to let them sauce up and keep them warm and that, because you can make this with rice if you want. I'm making mine with mashed potatoes. So I'm just going to once they're done, I'm just going to put mine in the oven just to keep them warm till my potatoes are done. Because who doesn't like mashed potatoes? So I'll get that started and then I'll be right back. What I'm going to do too, guys, I have to find I got another bowl there. I have to do my egg wash. So I'm going to get 2 eggs and 4 tablespoons of water and mix that together to do my egg wash. So I'll show you that in a second. So I got you down here. I'm just going to crack my eggs. And I hope everybody had a great summer. And I'll be getting ready pretty soon to start doing my Christmas cooking. Woohoo! I know you're probably saying frig off, but I love Christmas, so. And then I'll get to see my son as he's away at college, and I miss him. So he'll be home for 3 weeks, I think it is, 2.5, 3 weeks. So Christmas can't come fast enough for me. And anybody out there that had kids that went to college or university, they know what I mean. So I have my egg wash done, and I got my crumbs, or my breadcrumbs, my flour mixture ready. So what I'm going to do is cut my pork chops up. Now I'm going to probably pause for a minute because I'm going to get my potatoes, because we're going to have mashed potatoes. I kind of want to get them done. And I'm going to peel my potatoes, but I'm also going to heat my oil to get it up to temperature so you guys can see what's going on. So I will be right back and show you that. We're back. Okay, so I'm just going to put you down here just so you can see my plate, because I'm going to take one of the pork chops and I'm going to season it with salt and pepper. Okay, so then I'm going to dip it into my flour mixture. Get it all nice and coated. I think where my chops are so big, I might not have enough for the two. So wait now, guys, I'm just going to wash my plate off here. So I'm going to add it into my egg mixture. And then I'm going to put it back into my flour mixture and get it right in there. Stick your, and then I'm just going to put it on a plate. And I'm just waiting for my oil to heat up, and then I'll take you over and show you. So we'll be right back. So there's my oil done. It's all, I think it's all nice and hot. So I'm just going to grab my tongs here. Take it over, and we'll put it in. So I'm just going to put a timer on it for 4 minutes. So I'll do the 4 minutes and then I'll turn it over, guys, so you can see. So I let that go for 4 minutes, and now I'm going to turn it over. Put it on for another 4 minutes. Gave a nice crust to it. And if you're using a propane stove, I have mine on between the medium and low, the little button in the middle. So I have it between there. If you're using an electric stove, between 4 and 4.5 is what you're going to use. So I'm going to get this finished off and I'll be right back. So it's all finished, and as you can see, it's a nice crispy crust on it. So I'm going to transfer it to a pan that I have a little bit of paper towel in, just to soak up any grease. So I'm going to put, so I'm just going to let it drip for a second. And then I'm going to stick it in the pan. So I will finish off the rest of them and I will come back and show you what it looks like and then how we're going to make our honey garlic sauce. I just wanted to let you guys know, I had to put them back in for a little bit. I cut one open to check it and it still wasn't cooked. And that's my fault because I'm not using the right pork chops. If I was using the right pork chops, they would be, of course, done. So they're on, I've got these ones on. They're probably going to go on, because I did an extra minute on those, but I got to put them back in probably for another 2 minutes. So it was probably 8-9 minutes all together total per one chop. So it's 8 minutes on one side, 8 minutes on the other, but just monitor your heat so they don't burn. And I got the other one in there. It's probably 7 minutes now. And I'm going to keep an eye on it, and I will check it as well to make sure that it's not burnt or that it didn't overcook, but I am going to check them. But I just wanted to let you know that the first one I took out, I have to put back in because there's just a little bit, but it is pork, so I will be putting it back in. So I'll be right back. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just show you how I'm going to do the sauce for this. I would bring you over to the stove like I usually do. I can't because I still got, I'm cooking the pork chops. I'm still doing those. And I need the room, so. These are out of luck this time. So here's what I got. I'll show you what I'm gonna do here. So in this bowl, I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons or tablespoons of olive oil. Drip off. I know I'll find a happy medium here. Do it this way. There we go. And we're going to use 3 teaspoons of minced garlic. If you're going to use cloves of garlic, then you're going to use 4. But I'm using this, so it's 3. So 1. Try to get the juice off because I don't need the juice. 2. 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat that up on the stove. We'll find it here. Okay. I'm going to cook it over medium heat to soften the garlic, but I don't want it to get brown. And then I'm going to add my 1 cup of honey. There it is there, my 1 cup of honey. My 1/4 cup of soy sauce. And I'm going to simmer that for, and I'm going to add a little bit of pepper. Probably about 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And then I'm going to let that simmer for 5 to 10 minutes. I'll remove it from the heat and allow it to cool for a few minutes. And, but you want to watch it carefully because it will bubble up. So just get it to a nice simmer and go for about 10 minutes and then we'll let it cool. And then I'll show you what we're going to do with it. Sorry if this video is a little long, guys, but I want to make sure I do it step by step for you. So I'm just bringing it down. So I got them nice and soft and I only had it on for probably about 4 minutes. So now I'm going to add my soy sauce and I'm going to add my honey. I'm going to need that spatula for that. Because you want to get every bit of the honey out. So now, and I'm going to put that back on the, like I said, I'm putting that back on the burner on medium. And if I have to turn it down, I will to let it simmer. But I just wanted to show you what I was doing here. Yeah, got all the goodness. So I'm going to put that back on the stove and let it simmer up. So I'm going to take it out of the oven. I just want to show you what everything looks like. There's some pork chops. Now I let this here simmer. So now we're just going to put it all over the pork chops. And that's your honey garlic pork chops, guys. I'm going to put it back in the oven just to keep it warm till my potatoes are done. But that's it, nice and easy. I hope you give it a try. If you do, let me know. And I will see you guys all next week. Bye, guys.